I'm so glad you're here. I'm Steffany A. I'm the founder and executive director here at Adoption and Beyond, and we help families through the adoption process. Today, we're going to talk about what is the difference between a failed adoption, a disrupted adoption, and a dissolution. A lot of times those words are interchanged with each other and they are very distinctly different from each other. So I'm going to break down what the differences are between those three items. So here we go. Okay, so the first one is a failed adoption. And typically what that refers to is that when a family is matched with an expecting mom, the mom delivers and she ultimately decides to parent her child. And so therefore that adoption did not occur. So it's called a failed adoption. So that's the definition of that. So next we're going to talk about what is a disruption. A disruption occurs when an adoption does not go through to finalization. There are lots of reasons why a placement is disrupted and that the child is removed from the home prior to finalization. It could be that there was a contested adoption and the other parties won, and therefore the child was removed from the adopting family's home. Or it could be that the child has needs that are beyond what the family is able to parent, and therefore the child is removed from that home. So that is what a disruption is. And the third one is a dissolution. And a dissolution is when a child is removed from an adoptive home after placement has been finalized. So that's a dissolution. And so a dissolution can happen for mainly the reason is that the child has needs that are beyond what the adopting family is able to parent. And a lot of times there may be another home that is more equipped to be able to adopt a child. I know a lot of families, receive a lot of criticism when a dissolution or a disruption occurs, but sometimes you may find that it is in the child's best interest to be with another family. And not all the times is it best for the child to remain in the adoptive home that they're originally placed with. We've seen that happen a few times, not very often, but just a couple of times. And we just find that there is just a mismatch in expectations of being able to parent the child, and therefore the children are better off in another home. That is by far the hardest thing for families to make this decision and to do this. And we do everything we can to try to avoid this occurring, but there are times when that does occur. So those are the three different terms that I wanted to talk about today and bring clarity to those. And so I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.